make an impact. People who will be able to change the corrupt methods. We are not part of the story of corruption. When you come to Kwame Nkrumah Senior High School, our core values is discipline, integrity, hard work, and excellence. No matter what you do, we excel.
I was having a meeting with some people in town in Lusaka. I said, you know, when I look around, and I look around the cases in town that we have of people that have been charged with cases of corruption, it is not people from the village. It is us with the degrees. The high-profile cases that are in contention in the courts of law, it is not for a villager from Wing. It is us that have tested the Manila paper. It is us that have known the figures. It is us that have read Aristotle. It is us that have studied psychology. It is us who have studied the principles of accounts. It is us. And I ask myself a question. If education is producing thieves, why then should we continue to educate them? If the country today is wrestling with the issue of corruption because of people that went to school, the question that begs an answer is, why should we continue to educate? Because it means the more we educate, the more thieves we produce. And then look around the cases in town that we have of people that have been charged with cases of corruption. It is not people from the village. It is us with the degrees. The high-profile cases that are in contention in the courts of law, it is not for a villager from Wing. It is us that have tested the Manila paper. It is us that have known the figures. It is us that have read Aristotle. It is us that have studied psychology. It is us who have studied the principles of accounts. It is us. And I ask myself a question. Education is producing thieves. Why then should we continue to educate them? If the country today is wrestling with the issue of corruption because of people that went to school, the question that begs an answer is, why should we continue to educate? Because it means the more we educate, the more thieves we produce.
Yes, you'll be a discover Bema, and yet will be a one school, will be a one school. No, a book, no, Papa can say, Bema, mom for school, what would degree? I can see no somebody behind the identity of more local school. Reverend,
I just thank you very much. By grace, I'm fine. I just that today, as usual, we want to take up one of our review sessions. A lot has gone wrong. Let's see what listeners have picked so that they can share some key points with us, so that we can make sure be encouraged that they are actually picking something from all that we are doing. So today we'll be opening up the phone lines very quickly, then they can come in and share with us what they have picked up from this segment of the program and any food for thought.
Okay, what's your take on Botswana education as I've just made you aware? Or you've known that one already?
Oh, I did not see the cow one, the cow contribution, or the professor.
No.
We played the professor one the last time. You were talking about the contribution from every home.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a very.
And how they are free education being
I just when you are talking of free education, my child just finished WASU, and I'm wondering whether I had a free education or for my child or a double or triple expense in this program. My child just finished WASU.
Okay, share your experience with us.
I just let me say hello to our listeners. Good evening, listeners, and thanks once again for receiving us in your homes with your hearts love as we continue in our studies of keys to the kingdom. As usual, it's a great pleasure. We all understand we are studying together. When we have shared our thoughts, you also have the opportunity to share your thoughts as we also learn from you. Thank you very much. Etiefo ena wakunya so echia obibia edamasese and then so odo akumapa mwajia wawa tu bifia yebetua ye adesua so na se ne kan de bia na ye de pass enya ajatum se yesua de enya kan de bia musu mu akwanya se uche mu adwe na enso yesua bibia fi mu nchen edamasi bebre yem se busum mienu na ye remu aye kan school asem na and then ye be ya ne se ebe bono tona ya be phone lines no de pesa ye ho nia utie a office as say unu anso tibi e bia na onu anti sa fano nti oka na onu so na dwen akoso onu na titiri ye be ye no enne. Listeners, today we're going to do a review where we'll respectfully want you to chip in and tell us what you picked up from the segment that we've done so far for about 2 months running on the matter of the curriculum and assessment issue of education, whatever you picked up. And I am happy to hear the one in charge of the curriculum development speaking on Joy News TV and also moving around the country. It definitely means that it is important for us to look at the subject matter that we are handling. And let me say, I'm very grateful to our daddy who called and said we should just take our time and spend some time to explain this very important subject matter. And we've done so for this period. That is why we say we listen to you and pick something from you to progress on our work. Now, Adjuster again is bringing up something on that I'm going to talk about what I have just experienced in my world going through SHS, and I'm asking whether I enjoy free education or I paid twice or thrice in the child going through school. And Adjuster, whatever it is that I have spent, there's an aspect of the last clearance bill which I paid. In fact, I was getting angry, so I said I don't want the things to be itemized for me again. Just give me the total.
Clearance.
Yes. So I said, just give me the total and let me pay. Because the items that were being mentioned, some of them were knocking my head off. My child went to school, and I bought her all the books that I know she would need. She's gone to school. Yes, if you say the teacher say I don't like this book, you have to buy this one. Fair enough, I give you. But I ask myself, the teacher's pamphlet or whatever it is, which book did he use to write it? Now, one of the list of things that I got to pay for is that they inspected library cards. and my daughter did not have a library card. And therefore, the conclusion is once you didn't have a library card, it means you didn't make use of the library. Therefore, you have to pay 100 cedis for not using the library. In fact, I just couldn't take any more, so I said, please, it looks like I'm getting angry, so just give me the total and let me pay and get my head off. How should I pay for my child not making use of a library? I don't understand. So, as for say what, something for house mistress, I don't know where it comes from. But that one, let's even put that one aside. Why should I be surcharged for not using a library? I don't understand it. Why should I be surcharged for not using library? When I have textbooks for my daughter, for which some of the teachers don't even have some of the textbooks that my daughter have, and they want it to be used so that the other students can benefit from it, you are coming to charge me for not my daughter not using library. I don't understand. I think I better leave that one. I better leave it at that level for now. We'll see Botswana for the meaning about 2 years say. Minana henning. The overhaul and sana maybe 2 yes, so the is I came to meet one and the previous one. I say or CNC bridge ewo in COB eso I buy a chrome. Inti neoya and say obo Deuro Obi a was cement will fie bra yibra. Ena Obi a edi so eyi cement no. Ena omudi call Ekoti bridge e won si no so. Yantua Obi a capred. Moko see bridge. Many ti amanyina behu sa bridge no. Na mi wo ho na ye di culvert. Round one say aba say ye besisa sa bridge no. Call it there now they want to modernize the bridge. Ye di dynamite. Ena ye di blasty sa bridge na. Minana MIC ye no. The dynamite and to me and Bubo bridge no enti omusan jano sa koy. So the modern day bridge na person missing no. Dada na e wo ho. Omu be blasting off. Na mo asi new one. Omu antuma blast dada no. The ho and the amini ukasa wo ho. E wo ho. I actually say a man for ti asem miasi na say omudi omuhu ewrem na omudi odo na obo ni nyina ewrem a esipi. That is where I take this far from. Once the people get to buy into the idea and they put their love into it, we'll lay a solid foundation. We have all the resources. Whatever, no matter how small it is, at a certain point in time, that is the best you need. And you see, Galam say, me share. Say, yena nanom na se koko ase e wo ho. Na se na ye tutu ase na se agudie e wo koko ase a. Then let's ask ourselves, say, me dia me bisa me hu say, aso na ye nananom omo nim ana mejiri say omo nim but call it at that time the way they lead their life. How much do you need? Near uhia for a very happy living no enye gbugburuja asenia ye hwe no enemre e bia na wakotu tokoro kakra bi wo baabi akata so na ehia no a no akoyi kakra bi ehia no a no akoyi kakra bi enen de ye pese bra ade besa no na ya sidan na ko sa bra na ka asembia ni ho. So the woman say ane emre dani yes but say bread dani a yes we dani ye ho no or say ye use ya adwen e wo sene ye dani enimre no ono na meka e wo that side stage bra we bia we do bia no say office school or that stage or say otumi ye bibi or say otumi ye bibi senye fempo a waye nia wako enim a chen wo no manu ye bibi a ye fe chen wo de but at least ususu banya obo say ebo ni say watumi aye de wasu ade akodu eye and that respect will be there. You have been able to produce according to your level of education and everybody appreciates it that yes, what you have done is according to your level of knowledge that you have and you are using it in all the creativity you are doing, and then we can proceed from there. So I pick from the story that yes, their investment, their resources were taken in and invested in there, and the university has been built. Something is coming out. I didn't come to enjoy the snacks in KNUST. Those who were there before us, they enjoy those things. I just had my time when we said they should give us 3 meals. That was the time they were cutting off meals. Give us 3 meals. They said, oh, okay, if that be the case, then we'll divide your lunch into 2. And then the SRC went and said, okay, we agree. And we were thinking that if they say we agree, say kofa dokunu it say your fist. Now say see onu ni wo lunch now see omuso ombeche mienu edi back one bow. Now we di awia. The second one already no enyumre. Nipa no I mean you know if say omu wo tima enti omo ntumi nye. I just I bet you because Danny Hall your fa kenke no and your fa sikari see so your chum say hwum mienu you see g na ye di half no atu ho enyumre brother meji enti wa hu say untumi no say fa mienu ni ma me preko fa mienu ma me preko na waji wadie na wakodi enyumre no na wahu dia oye. Seriously speaking mre bi no ho a say yenye sika na mitumi to kenke enyumre a bi di kenke no wie a na maja makonu a wo kenke no ho no ono na meja no the next day me sorry I me call lectures no na me de mi nsa abo eyi makonum na mata free medidi no lectures. Aye. Today's children, they are there, we are driving them to school. They don't know what we went through. So that is the situation. They have done that investment and everybody has been honest in that process, and a university has been built and they are benefiting from it. You ask yourself, where are they getting the money to be paying and or even the students and also giving them all those free things? It is because of goodwill. That is where I'll see it from, because it must definitely come from somewhere. So it will be because of goodwill that they will be able to sustain that. And once we are truthful to ourselves, people will have good hearts too.
And they are also not producing students who finish the school and come and sit at home. No.
So there will be productivity somewhere.
Investing in you.
Right.
You are coming with something that will be utilized.
Sure.
Nice.
So, listeners, we talked about curriculum with education matters. Today, we want you to tell us, or call it, we want you to educate us from what we have spoken all here, so that we can see what meaningful things you've been able to pick. Most likely, we've talked plenty and we are laughing, so some people may be thinking that because we are laughing, it may not be important, but that is not the case. So, we want to see what you picked that you think that other people should pay attention to. So to that end, we would like to open the phone lines so you can call in and tell us what you have picked so far that you feel other people should also get in this segment on our education and curriculum and assessment.
Okay, Chief, I'll meet you after 0533 100066 0533 100066 0533 100066. We admitted that's more than a month here. Yeah, come we see why it be education and come and then I say the baby and there also was free moon. And also what balon here about it. Yes, if it's our question, this our person will be about education also one. What balon will be 0533 100066 0533 100066 0533 100066. I think 96.9 FM is your name maybe we say curriculum any say no syllabus. Ghana Education Service one case of which me up now papa to any amount of ban now ubano so afa so e di sia the it is a teaching no amma prana that term no with me I ahead. Hello. Yes sir, odin is an offer free. Yes.
FM 96.9.
Your face here. Also, with me, friend 0533 1000 66 0533 1000 66 0533 1000 66. Yes, yeah, baby, so if examinations at school, other schools, no, extra, I was say, oh, I will for no, I was said, yeah, so with my papa, other schools, dear, Eddie Abra Obama, none so I try me hands on, and also Guavo Frano, Emano, Usia, dear, a challenging man, they say. I said, oh, competition, no more day, man, because when you said, oh, we have a bit few plan, they have a good than that. I'll be trying the hands on. And how free so yes, you're busy for teachers for your form. Am I a man or more extra or my dear with you? Curriculum, and also teaching you to be man. no no so edit to who the chira parana de was a there was the idea with school near the I could do see not you know what an idea with you or no nam B yes I am what and I said teaching in no child or no nam ABRC not school no so editing nam yeah I was sending in a link in a year you see a day until you wait your friend 0533 100066 0533 100066. Yes, actually, be busy for STEM education. As I say, our band air system education system, no air STEM. And also, you see, be a few STEM. You see, and then you have a poop. Nana, you say, you're training college for STEM education. No matter, I say, was a mono over with my dear. Also, yet me, Eddie, Era. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Oh, he didn't say enough for free.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. What did he say enough for free? Line out drop. You make me answer free bill. 0533 1000 66 0533 1000 66. I say so. What do you say? School. Books pa a bag more with the school. What was the I said? I'll be fan of an answer or army. Once a soldier bought back as any bomb. Bag this which I put me at this street as a woman said the whole group.
Have a sack. Have a sack.
It's too much. Now, the corner, the bango, the corner, the I'm a fan of Bano. Oh, of a dressing. 0533 100066 0533 100066 0533 100066. Remember, my question back when I said I didn't know your basic school, your subject in your more. But in Pennyphone or Moody to say, yeah, no more investing. Who subject in your extra? I didn't say.
Yeah, me that say, many direct a new year, member for that reason. But yeah, okay.
Okay, my radio need come from that here too.
Okay. Hello.
Okay, it's you. Move down.
Okay. I think you people have been doing well. And we start all this curriculum for education to educate our children. It seems that most people don't understand the reason why they used to come to the video. And we think also don't understand why
the line is.
People know, they think they don't understand why our reverend used to talk to the studio because they say other explain in a free teaching education they do that is free education. So they don't understand that there's a development which is coming from and so I myself think that they follow the program trying to so I would say thank you for building out the program. And I know I thought the new future because whatever that you will be putting at your level, you can also come back to. And this is going on outside world. Yeah. I know that it will help us. So I say thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Now, online, no, break dear, but yeah, the agent found the actually.
Yeah.
The point, you know. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the contribution. Unfortunately, the line wasn't too clear, but the thrust of the presentation, the submission is that many people do not understand why I come here to come and talk about curriculum. But then he tried to follow up and realized that there was some relevance in the topic that being discussed. Yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm very happy to be able to connect you tonight for this thing that we are talking about.
Okay, your name and where you are calling from?
I hear a lot of things and I see that at my age 74, I see that the people are laughing very simple things. Like the one who the Trinitatis Ghanaians Codita, one. He is the Ghanaian Codita. And he prepared us in a certain way. Now, there are confusion everywhere, left and right. So all this, I go to school and I get the curriculum and all this matter. The people have to sleep and think and sleep and realize that the ideas of government must be vague. And it is the only system that can prevail, that can push Ghanaians ahead. Apart from that, you can get up and talk about Muhammad, talk about now this people. You see that all of them, they think that they can do it, but the international coordination is not there. Because they want to try it, they want to try something. But this is not a country that we should take players to come and try. Like we do with Black Star. We select some people, they come and play and go. This is a country that we must be able to put our foot on the ground now and let the people enjoy. We are mixed up with so many aliens and confusion. I'm not everybody I will talk. I wish I was able to visit your station so that I can talk better. But we must look for the Trinitatis Ghanaians consistent ideas which we put across, which could save Ghanaians. And then some confusion came and confused the whole show. But we are still behind, we are watching. If you don't want your friends to cut and go, if you won't cut and go, here we know, that's what we are found. We'll find a way out. God is wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your name again?
My name is Harris Nyapu.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we will surely call you.
Thank you.
Okay. Reverend, I'm on forward time count.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that what I picked out from there is the need to pay attention to what goes into our curriculum development. What exactly our children are being taught. That is what I picked from there. If Kwame Nkrumah has been around, was around and did some things good, and we see that we are leaving them behind, but there's a need to go back to them, then his statement is just to say, why don't we incorporate some of those things Kwame Nkrumah was trying to put out into the curriculum so that people can get well informed or educated on those matters. That is what I picked from what he was submitting. So that's a matter of paying attention to what goes into the curriculum that our children are being taught. Thank you very much.
Long-term plan, the environment,
Right. You see, I'm happy at a caller who said when we were addressing the issue, some people didn't see the relevance, but he tried to follow up. And of course, if it's not a subject of relevance, the Director General in charge of the curriculum development will not be going around the country trying to educate the populace on this subject matter. At least for that, we should be happy that we started off something, and it is taken, if you like, it's on a national stage that is being done. So that gives us the joy that, after all, our talking was on point at this time. We are supporting government, therefore, in the dissemination of the information, and they also come and I would say strengthen and maybe correct anything that we probably have said that is not right. I mean, we are happy it's going out, and people should be interested. So everybody should be interested in the curriculum. Oh, curriculum no dear says here who call about 14 times and I say oh who share the new curriculum a hobby brave. Wait me a download it. Wait me a download it. No, it's a PDF. It's PDF document where I download it. And there are two machines. Yeah, it's from the basic schools. It goes up. And there are various stages. It's from nursery, KG, and going. Yeah, it will be a idea. And so happy now on mobile. Yeah, the final stages of SSD. But yeah, up to a certain point. You know, we call about 14 times. So over to me, be. Yeah, just as you are talking about holidays, we all go to holidays and we think that it is time to play. You come and sit in the house, uh, session green, session red, or what, gold, green and gold. And you come and sit in the house for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and you think that you that is not the case. You should be using that time productively. And I think there are people who have also taken so much advantage of this situation and the kind of monies that are being charged for teaching at homes. Masa, enya sem kitwa o. Enya sem kitwa. Yes. At least I know that before people, some people, at least somebody in particular, by the time this exam was through, you have about 1,005 CDs per subject. Oh yeah, yeah. While they were preparing, let me say at least for this period of preparation for exams and so on, but children at home, even in school, it's not only a matter of holiday time. This is even in school. I was fortunate 200 CDs per subject for my ward, but somebody in Accra was paying 1,005. That is why I'm saying that we say it is free, but look at this amount of money that I'm spending or is being spent by parents to make sure their wards get the proper tuition to go in and write their exam. Why they are going to school and coming back home? Yeah. And that is what I said. Say, I'm saying, Binomaya taking advantage too much. Binomaya taking advantage too much. Until I just say, "What I want to mean to you, na uba huakam." That is what it is. Like I said, this one, my daughter just finished school, so it's not a matter of just sitting somewhere and talking. I know what I went through, and therefore I expect that. I mean, some other parents who were concerned for the success of their wards also went through similar things. So this one is the practical reality of the situation. So those who are in school, the admonishment is holidays doesn't mean go and sleep. Holidays doesn't mean go and sleep. You've got to learn. And if you don't know what you are expected, what is expected of you to learn, which is in the curriculum, then obviously you just be reading anything. You may be in the house reading the same thing throughout, thinking that you are learning. But there is a lot that you need to capture, and you didn't do that. And the exam, like I just said, rightly. So the examination time is not a matter of, oh, the teacher didn't teach me this one.
All right, for a better plan, two or establishing here, contribution here, and a question there with me, Eddie Abba 0533 100066 where Church University and Triumphant Reverend Lambert in Tigray, and yet the Bian of Baba, the Bible number 219.
Yeah.
Provided these materials now, I did more and guide you and ginger.
Yeah, I mean, say, last time I alluded to the fact that we are happy technology, and robotics. We also should know that as technology comes with its good sides, there are also the bad sides.
I remember you gave us some quotations.
Genesis chapter 6. That in Genesis chapter 6, you ask yourself, why should God create man to go onto the earth and to be fruitful and multiply? And then they are multiplying, and then God saw what was going on and got angry and decided to cause a destruction. Definitely there's something missing, or there's a mystery hidden there that we don't get. And the Ascended Masters has made it to understand that, look, those giants who eat and are not satisfied and also will not want to work, they created robots so that the robots can produce food for them. And they did quite a number of things using genetics to produce some beings of a sort that will be able to produce food for them. And even in the matter of robotics, what you call the mechanization man, one of these Nephilim gods who has the knowledge of science was able to make the robots reproduce. Okay, the robots were able to reproduce. And I talked about the fact that there was the clip about a certain robot committing suicide, which has gone around on the social media because it is tired of working. So it decided to commit suicide. So here is technology before us. Our children, right from the day one, are going to be learning robotics. Very interesting. But as we are learning the robotics, what are the morals that we are inculcating in them about it? The sword is a two-edged one. It cuts left and right. Life is about duality before us. We have good and evil, and that edge is in all of us. There must be a certain discipline that helps you to do the right thing at all times. Otherwise, knife can be used to peel yam and cook. At the same time, knife can be used to kill, depending on what a person understands the use of knife to be. And therefore, the American say, near Yesua was school, I see robotics, Yanaji say, Yankranum, or Montu me, ye, Unima binum, Montumia, one day where ye prince I am one day, and whom be that? A robot. Na or the idea bo wembo or the battery say ho na nante call na bubo tuo ni nkeka ho na ye ni age kwesi wa ya di o nanso ono anso so na ye di bone nso yetumi di bone nso so and I make can say we go hwe Genesis chapter 6 story I wo ho no can say na nipa dosu wo asase so na bone nso so ya dosu na Nyankopon ebufu ya o say asase so efo ho na make trese senyame aka say yenko asase so na yenko yede mi kan say yenko wo a den na afei de yewu bebre akonu nsusu akoda ne bone ewo nyame enim na sa Genesis no nsusu aka ma atiase se na yewo nipa kese bi giant mu na omu susu na nsusu na omu no omu didi a omu me na nsusu omu nsusu a omu mpe adwuma ye nti gi se omu nya obi na ye omu ye adwuma na omu anye adwuma aduane no edi nti omu ye robots na robots nso uya said ade na odi board ade mde ya ade no nti na twe se tembia no o se uko factory na wako nyene robot no na se ubeko ho na ohia robot 1000 ene o se factory no etumi nya niema na odi ye robot 1000 no ema wo nanso sa me ntumi ho se me from nyamekitu a se me from busu mo me ntumi ho omo mu baako a owo nimdie ewa about abode nyansapen oye ya de secret a oditumi ema robot a ayeda ade no omutumi ewo mekanisa omutumi wo enye se yekoye dade no fufuro na omo nkasa tumi wo dade robot fane se ya dade ti se nipa na dade na ye ni ti se nipa no otumi wo another nipa ti se dade a eye ade a saa bofo boni a okoche entina akoye se nipa na omu se omu ye no na enye nipa ewo Nyankopon na ne seso ankasa nti ni nyina na Bible na kaja saka banya chi asese ena Nyankopon banum edo omu koka sa me fan saying but for born no omu bana omu ye no Nyankopon banum edi omu enkoka no ema Nyankopon ebu efuye ono nti na oma sa asase seye no ebaaye enti ye ko se bode nyansape yetimi aye we mi back to school watimi aye car obetimi aye bibia nsei ewo ho na nso bra ye ma omu ntitie no susu no ye ma omu anya nti asese sikan otumi di sensin brode anase udi job brode di sijaso na sansu so na sikana no susu so utumi di kunipa enti udi sikana no hye nipa no nsem no o se woman entitie a utumi hu se sikan udumi di job brode di gujaso enua edi na sa sikana no susu so no se bra udi job brode no san se onua bana se obufu no a na otu nsa etumi dinewo sana etie for ha na yemre edi yembedu ebesi enne na yedam asise mwanya kwan afre amache mo adwen obi anye yire ne ho na on the yesu ye che ye kola no mo school no on the echi na enwie ne nyina period. Listeners, thank you very much for being with us this evening and for your calls. And we are happy you've seen some relevance in the subject matter. We pray that those who have not yet sunk in will have opportunity to do so. Next week, God willing, we'll meet again to continue in our discussions. But that will not be again on education. We'll take a different matter. I'm hoping that mommy who called about ministers and their troubles will be online next week so that we can delve into those matters. Thank you all very much. Church Universal and Triumphant, our location is at SDA Junction, Adenta, near Mami Dokuno School. My number is 020-812-5078. 020-812-5078. Thank you all very much. Next week we'll continue our discussions.